You guys requested it, so let's talk about it. How do you mod a PS4? The PS4 is a bit of an oddball system because we're kind of still in that development phase of things. Right now, you can mod the system on certain firmwares. This differs from the PS3 because on the PS3 you can mod every firmware, every system. Yes, there are different types of mods, but essentially you can do it with all of them, which is also why I've been a little hesitant to talk about it because, you have to have a system that is on like one of these special firmware versions. That way you can run the mod and, get the results that you want. And for the longest time, the only PS4 that I had was this one. This was my personal model that I had gotten from a friend that was on the golden firmware 5.05, and it's remained on that because, well, again, golden firmware is the one you want. But now that some time has gone by and the prices have gone down for these low firmware systems that you can get secondhand, I went ahead and got a few things. I got 3 more PlayStation 4s, these ones also being low firmware, and these ones are also PS4 Pros, which gives us a little bit more power to work with. So to go through it, we're going to have a system on 5.05, 7.02, on 9.00, and 11.00. And there are other firmwares that you're able to mod that falls kind of within that range there, 11.00 being at the time of filming the latest one that can be modded. And I'm going to include a link for this in the video description, but this is a complete list of all the firmwares that are currently jailbreakable. That way, you guys, again, have kind of a rundown of what one you want to be aiming for. That said, there is known to be a 12.00 mod. It just hasn't been publicly disclosed yet. Hopefully we see that get dropped in the future because, well, again, it just, lets more people run these mods. And the game plan is going to be, I'm going to make videos on showing the different types of modifications that, you can run to get these systems up and running. For an example, for ones that can just use a WebKit exploit. So, 5.05, 6.72, 7.02, 7.52, I believe is the other one. Those are the ones that, you can just run a WebKit and then bam, you're modded. And it's as easy as, preventing updates from running on the system. Then, you go to either a website or we flash custom firmware onto an ESP32 or ESP8266 board. That way we can host an exploit. That way we don't have to connect to the internet at all. Or we can even get set up to route the connection while blocking the connection to Sony servers just for additional safety. Which the game plan is going to be to show you guys both methods. That way, you can choose what you want to do. Do you want the extra security for a dirt cheap price, or do you just want to sign into a web browser and, hope to God that everything works as expected all the time? For the system on 9.00, we're going to combine a flash drive with the exploit files with a web host. That way, again, we can launch the mods, and that one's super duper stable, so that's going to be another desirable one. And for the 11.00 system, which honestly I don't have a lot of experience with, but I'm going to learn before I make the video, we're going to be injecting a payload with an Ethernet cable going to our PC that will let us, well, again, run the exploit. And by the end, I'm going to have 3 distinct videos for, what firmware you're going to be running. That way, you know exactly what you need to do, or more importantly, what system to buy, because again, they're dirt cheap right now. These aren't like the PS5s where, people are trying to get like $1,000+ for a low firmware one. Okay, you can get some of these as low as like $200 or even less. But anyway, guys, I just wanted to tease this upcoming series of mods. You guys requested it, so I went ahead and invested for you guys because I want to be able to show you these because this is a pretty cool mod. But if you want to see when it pops up, don't forget to like, follow, share, all that fun stuff. If you're on YouTube, ring that bell notification, and I'll see you guys in the next one.